Okay, so hopefully you have this screen right here. This is the main Home Assistant user interface screen. As you can notice, we do have our all light switch. So this is my mini smart home over here. If I click on that switch, it's going to turn on all the lights. It's also going to turn them all off. If I click here and turn this on, I can actually change the color of all the different lights that are in there. I can also change the brightness, but this does all the lights at once. So what I want to do is I want to add some more lights in here. So if I click on the menu up here, I can go to configuration or configure UI. Now it may ask you if you want to take control over the UI. You can go ahead and click yes, and then that will take you to this screen right here. If I want to add a new light bulb, what I can do is I can go over to light after I hit the plus sign, and I can name the light if I want to, but the important thing is we want to click on entity, and I'm going to do light number 3, and you can see we can test over here. Light number 3 is our bedroom light, or at least I'm going to make it our bedroom light. So I just type in the name and now it says bedroom light. I'm going to save it, and now what I can do is I can turn that bedroom light on and off independently of everything else. I'm going to turn all the lights off. I'm going to turn my bedroom light on. I'm going to click over here in the top little dot icon and I can turn it on, and then I can go ahead and change the color to whatever color I want. And as you can see, it's only affecting that one light. If I want to add more lights in here, I can go ahead and hit edit, and then I can go down to entity under this light menu, and I can pick more lights that I want to add. So I'm going to add light number 1. I'm going to add an additional one that will be light number 2. I'm going to save that, and then ultimately what I can do is I can click this X at the top, and now this is locked in, so I can change each one of these light bulbs independently. If I click and hold on that light bulb, it'll bring me to that color wheel, so I can change the color of that one light. I'm going to turn on the light number 2, so that was red because it was set that way previously. I'm going to click and hold. I'm going to turn that one to blue, and you can see I can control each one of these lights independently now. For this one, I can actually slide up the brightness to affect that. So that's pretty much how we are going to do the lights. If I want to add something else in here, I'm going to again go back to that configure UI. I'm going to hit the plus sign, and another thing I want to add is I want to add some entities. So a lot of these things do a lot of different things. The entities is just kind of a general menu of different devices. So for this one, I'm going to choose the fan, and so that's going to allow me to turn the fan on and off. I'm also going to add the door lock. So here is the front door. Oh, sorry, that one is a sensor, so we're not going to do that one yet. Oh no, that one is lock front door, so that is the front door lock. That is going to allow us to lock and unlock the door. You can see that we have our menu right here. So we can actually test this out and see. Of course, I click that on. The fan is now going. The lock works a little differently. You actually have to click on this and click unlock and lock in order for that to work. But now I'm going to hit save. And if I want to add some sensors, there are a couple of different ways I can do that. I can hit the plus sign. We actually do have a sensor tab right here. And again, a lot of this stuff you can find out more about how to do the code, but you really just have to go in here. If I want to see the door sensor, I'm going to go ahead and select that and then hit save. I'm going to add another one, another sensor. So for this one, I'm going to look for that motion sensor, and I'm going to save that. Another thing I'm going to do here is I'm going to do a gauge for the light sensor. And let's see, light sensor. So that's going to show me a gauge. So now when I put my hand over the sensor, you can see that gauge goes up and down. And I am going to go ahead up at the top, and I'm going to hit this X in order to lock in all those new controls. And now I have all this control. This is one of the really great things about Home Assistant, is being able to customize this user interface. This user interface is called Lovelace, and it actually works really, really well. You can see the door is open now. If I close it again, that's going to change the door sensor. There are some other things that you can do with configuring the UI. So if I want to make a new menu, I can click here and I can make a new menu tab up at the top. I'm not going to do that yet. I'm going to edit the home menu, and I'm going to show you what this badges is. So badges allows you to add those icons that you saw at the very top over there. So if I want to add something like the motion sensor up to the top, I can go ahead and add that, and now if I put my hand in front, you can see that changes the motion sensor. You can also see it down here change as well. So these can be put on as many different panels as you want, and be displayed in as many different ways as you want. Like I said, there's a ton of customization, and it's really easy to get started on that.